Hey friends, Erica Smith here with Solace Salon. I'm back again to tell you some new tricks and tips about a simple upstyle you can use, say on day 2 of curled hair. We have over here some tools that you can use for day 2 hair for an upstyle. I'm going to be using powder play. I have a comb and a brush, and I have some spray and play hairspray. I have a handy kit that has bobby pins, hairpins, some little elastics to pull my hair back, and sometimes your hair gets in the way and you want to keep it out of the way, so you have little clips too. So for starters, what I'm going to do is I have already brushed my hair through, so I don't have to do that, but if you haven't, you can take the time to do that, to brush your curls out, to make them tameable. So for starters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the powder play. I'm going to open it up, and we use this because, you know, we're in the South and we don't like flat hair. We want a little volume, a little oomph up on top. So I'm going to take and section my hair up the top and pull it forward at an angle like this, and I'm going to take the powder play and I'm just going to gently douse it.
Snowing.
And rub it in.
Oh yeah.
Like so. And then I'm going to take another section a little bit further back. Pull it forward. And I'm going to, gotta push my glasses up so I can see. And then douse it some more. And then rub it in. And then I'm going to do one more section a little further back. And then do some more powder. A little much back there. And
it's all right.
And then push it back. And see how it gives a little bit of more volume than I had previously. So this will help with that up too. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take from the top of my head, both fingers, 2 fingers, top of my head, and I'm going to trace down the sides on either side down to the where my ears are, all the way back down, and split underneath like that. So I have all of this on both sides. So that's what that should look like. Then I'm going to take the back part right here. I'm going to take a wide tooth comb right here. Make sure that's right.
Get that one little piece.
Right here. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And then I'm going to take my wide tooth comb. I'm going to comb underneath, because I don't want to comb this out too much, because I want some of the volume. If you comb this out, you're going to take all your volume away, and you don't want to do that. So once I comb underneath, and make sure it's all combed back, make sure all this is pulled forward and not mixed up back here. There's a piece that needs to go back there. And make sure this is going back like this. There we go. I'm going to take an elastic. I like to take 2 elastics because sometimes, well, depending on the thickness of your hair, sometimes one just doesn't do it for me. So I have to use 2. I'm going to let that go for a minute. Okay. I pull my hair back up. So I'm going to put my elastic around. And I only have to wrap it around twice.
Why?
Because my hair is thicker. And so this is tight enough. If I wrap it around more than this, it's going to be too tight, and I won't be able to get 2 fingers through. because what I want to do is I want to take this and invert it through.
Okay.
So if I do it more than that, I'm not going to be able to stick my fingers through. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my 2 fingers and I'm going to stick this first one up and follow it by the second one. Find a hole like this. So I have 2 fingers.
Hello.
So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to feed it between 2 of my fingers. Like that. And I'm going to pull through. Now, most of the time, people will tell you to tighten this up. Do not tighten this up yet. Leave it loose. You need to leave this loose for right now. Okay? Because you're going to tuck some stuff in here. So your next thing to do is, you see you have these 2 pieces right here. We're going to take these 2 pieces and we're going to meet them back. But before we do that, we want what we call face framing. Unless you want all of your hair out of your face, I would suggest taking all of it. But some people like pieces around their face or tendrils, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to take my glasses off for this part. So you eyeball it. So I'm just going to take like this right here, and then some right here, and then some right there. And I'm going to put this over my shoulder for the moment. I'm going to go to the other side. Take about the same spots that I did on the other side. And then it looks about even. So that's my face framing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my comb, wide tooth part, and I'm going to smooth it back both sides. Like this. So this is what the front should look like.
Beautiful.
So then
We're going to the back.
this is what the back looks like. Again, I'm going to take 2 elastics because I like for my hair to be in place and held. Sometimes these little things like to pop. So I'm going to take and I'm going to wrap the elastics around, not too tight. Where it's like this. And then you're going to do the same thing that you did here. So 2 fingers up, feed it through and pull. So right here, you're going to take this part and you're going to feed it through the bottom. So you're going to take, let me do the other hand. Pull this part up, feed your 2 fingers through again. Take the top part, pull it through. And this is what you got so far. So at this point, you want to just kind of rough it up a little bit. Just kind of pull some pieces. Just kind of loosen it up a little bit on the top and the bottom. And then I just kind of take and tighten this up just a little bit. So then from this point, you have this little tail. You take some more elastics. Again, I take 2. So I want to be secure in mine. And you take the pair. Pull it around so I can see it. And see how you have this little tail. So I'm just going to come to the very end, which is okay if you have just a little bit come out. That's okay because we're going to tuck that in. And you're going to just tie the end. Okay. Now, this is what it's going to look like. It's beautiful, isn't it? So far, it's great.
It's fabulous.
So, this is what it looks like so far. Then you're going to take and you're going to roll with it. Roll, roll, roll. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Like this. Okay? And it's okay if you have pieces fall out, because that's what these are for. You're going to pin it to win it.
Yes.
So then, don't use your mouth. It's not really clean to do that. So what I do is I have a surface, and I take my finger and I put my finger at the top or the bottom, whichever one, but maybe the bottom. And then I put my finger on the surface and I push my finger down in the middle like this. And when you put in a bobby pin, you want the crinkly side or the bumpy side, whichever one you want to call it, you want that part to go in next to your head. The flat part wants to go away from your head. And when you go in, you want to go into your hair that's away from your head first. So away from your head, then you're going to hit your scalp, weave out. Hit your scalp, weave out. Push in. And you're going to get another one. And do the same thing. You just kind of shove it in there. You find your scalp. Hit your scalp, weave out. Just shove it in there. Get another one. And you're going to come from the opposite way. You're going to do the same thing. The hair, the scalp, weave, and shove. You kind of want to fluff it. Sometimes those bobby pins don't work because they're not long enough.
You need the granddaddy ones.
So you get the big ones. And you work with those. Because you want this hairstyle to stay. Because if you're working all day, you don't have time.
And if you got long hair, you don't need them puny bobby pins. You need them big bobby pins.
Yes. You don't want to be fixing and pulling and styling your hair all day. You want them to be, you just want it to be staying. There we go. That's better. That feels more secure. You want it to feel secure. And sometimes you just have to take these pins and interlock them. And when I say interlock them, that means you feel the pin in here. So you take another pin and you place it in, and you want to feel them cross. And when you feel them cross, that means it's going to stay. And they'll lock and they stay better. And that feels secure. And that
Ta-da!
is how it goes. Quick and easy. That didn't take hardly any time at all. And that's your Upstyle for today.